Hello, classic gamers. Morrowboomer here. Today we are going to see what Everquest is like as a complete noob in 2023. Uh, as you may have known from the channel title, Morrowboomer, we like to do little things old school around here. So we're going to be playing on the Project 99 server. Green, if it really matters. I'm not sure if it does, but a little bit fresher, so maybe the economy won't be as bad, or whatever. I've done very minimal research about this game. I've seen a couple videos somebody recommended, and the game looked pretty interesting. There's a lot of things I like about it: the community aspect, the kind of grind, class identity, cool epic quests, and raids, not so much, but I could see them being fun in their own way if there's a lot of people around. Either way, I think I'll enjoy the journey more than anything. So we will go ahead and get right into it. Regarding my knowledge on the game, I have very basic knowledge. I've watched a couple videos about starting up on P99, how to change your UI up a little bit, and like your general, just what to do. I know that I'm supposed to hand my note to a guild master and start killing mobs, basically. Make some money to buy some spells if I'm a caster, and just kind of experience the world. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and just jump into it and start from there. So after looking up the classes a little bit, we've gone ahead and picked ourselves an Iskar Necromancer. I've read a couple issues with this class, mainly the fact that you are hated by everyone, which is kind of doubled by the fact that you're a Necromancer, and people don't really like that. Which I guess I can see if you're raising dead bodies and, causing a nuisance. That could probably be a little bit problematic for some, normies, if you will. But we've gone ahead and tried to name ourselves Scaleington. I think that's pretty clever. Let's be real. Get it? I'm a necromancer. It's like a double meaning. Scalington. Scalington. I know. The jokes write themselves. Let's be completely. So we're going to go ahead and try to get in this. And we got it in. So why I went with the Iskar, I was reading about the Necromancer, and the game said that they have really good regeneration, which is great with their Lich abilities, I believe is what it said, which is basically just a way of me getting mana back for the cost of health. So I regen a little bit quicker, so I'll get a little bit more mana, and it'll probably offset the XP malice I've got. It did say Iskar is level 20% slower, along with a couple other negatives. So hopefully I didn't make things too hard for my first run, but I'm sure we can kind of figure out on our way. So the first thing I'm going to do is fix this UI up. I downloaded, like I said, I looked up a quick video and found this UI, which seems to be a little bit more modern, which maybe will trigger some of the Morrowboomers like myself. But basically shows you your XP, little stuff like this. I don't think it's too much of a big deal. Maybe it is. Let me know. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and set this up real quick, get it to somewhere that's viewable, and we'll get back and start going. If you haven't been watching this and you're new like me, this tip might help you as well. There is a lot of system messages you get in this game, and chat messages and just tons of stuff. If you leave everything in one window, you're going to get spammed really quickly. I got this from another YouTuber, so I'll just go ahead and give you guys the settings as well. Just make one your like full chat. You can put your tells, your group, raid, blah blah blah, whatever you want in there. And I'll just load it up with anything chat related. So if someone says something, I'll be able to see it without getting spammed away, and we'll put it as well. And you could click always chat here, which will default your messages here. And you can even select which channel you like. And I'll go with OOC because that, I believe, is like an area channel, which is pre-used. So we'll go ahead and slide that there. And this one we are going to make our damage. So we'll go ahead and put our spells as well as our melee attacks in here. And then we're going to abbreviate it a little bit so it's just a little less information to process. make it a bit smaller. Put our main window here, which will contain system messages, NPCs, stuff like that, random stuff. And finally, we are going to put skills on their own tab because there are some skills that we're going to be spamming that will make a lot of chat stuff going. And for the rest of the UI, I don't really know what everything means, so we'll just kind of, I guess this is my target, drop that in the center there, and he's up a little bit. I think we're about ready to go. I know from playing a little bit that we are a spellcaster and we have a few spells, so we need to put them in our book, open our spell book, and scribe our spells. And then we put them on our spell casting slots, I suppose. And these are like clickable and also keybindable, and I guess you can only have 8 at once. Oh, hey, random guy just kind of popped into existence with me. And this takes a little bit, but that's okay. We'll get our spells going here. Got life tap and minor shielding. Guessing this is a shield, and I don't really know what this is. Red means that I can cast it on someone else, so maybe it's like a damaging spell or something. I'm gonna put on our weapon, delete this book, which is PvP only. Sorry, what the heck? Okay, got that done, and we'll go ahead and see what our starting quest says. It is the time of your rebirth. You are no longer a broodling. You are now an apprentice of the Dark Circle. Your lesson shall begin immediately. Return this note to me. I wait within your new home, the Tower of Death, the Harbinger. Well, I'm guessing this is the Harbinger because he's just ominously standing there. So we'll go ahead and try and give this to him and see how he likes that. Not bad. So we got a little robe, I guess. Every first quest gives you, so far at least, like a chest piece and a bit of experience. Another thing I've read from like an online tip is that you should probably talk to your trainer immediately and get this sense heading. This lets you level that up. So we're going ahead and fix our stuff real quick and we'll be right back. Alright, so we've gone ahead and fixed our bars up and I accidentally did like the action button thing. Hopefully that's not too important. Or I'll figure out how to get it back because I don't know how to get it back. Kind of messed around, whatever. So two things we've done is we've got the sense heading skill, which you need to find out which direction you're facing, which you can see down here. And the forage skill, which I believe is like an Iskar passive thing where you can get food. Another tip that I heard is that you set these to be on like your movement keys. So I've got A and D as my strafe, and every time I do that I will sense heading, which will help me get my skill up a little bit quicker. So I guess the only other thing left to do is kind of explore the city, see if I can find some stuff to kill, and start our real journey as a necromancer. Just wanted to note real quick that these guys look really cool. These nihilists here. Really like the helmet they have. It's kind of interesting that they have lizard heads, right? So they're wearing dragon heads, or is this just like the skulls of their dead people? Because they do like dead stuff. I don't know. Very interesting. Alright, so we are back again. Went to bed last night, and we've just been kind of exploring the city since then. Looks like we got another player. Let's wave at him. Probably not there. He looks pretty cool. He's got a hat just like everybody else, so interesting. We are in Cabalus East now. The city seems to be pretty big. Kind of running around somewhat aimlessly for a while, and hopefully we can find a good place to go. Looks like we've made it outside. We've got a couple necromancer looking type guys running around with their skeleton pet. We've made it to, what's this called? The Field of Bone. Looks pretty depressing on first thought, but the whole place kind of looks run down. Architecture looks really cool. Looks like there's plenty of stuff to kill here. I can see why it's called the Field of Bone. We're going to start with the skeleton. He is in even condition. I can find that by right-clicking on him. And we're just going to... It's the first mob of the series. Let's see how it goes. Of course, we're going to fizzle on the first hit. And second one. The spell is interrupted. What am I doing wrong? Am I too far? Get a little closer. Alright, we finally got it up. There we go. Classic. Oh, he died instantly. Okay. Alright, well that's the first step of many on our journey here. And immediately after, it looks like we're getting chased down and possibly having our first death. This guy is aggressive, I suppose. Oops, I jumped. It's probably going to be bad for me. And he's chasing us down. I guess if we die, we can talk a little bit about death and see how it works. Hopefully we don't. I've learned that if stuff starts overwhelming you, you can quickly just run to the guards, and hopefully you will live before... while the guards kill him, rather. And hello, friend. Please help me out. Okay, and he just annihilated him. They don't get any XP or anything, but if you are overwhelmed, you should definitely do that instead of dying. We have found another skeleton here, and this one is of note because it has a weapon. I do believe when we kill him, he will drop the weapon. You can actually vendor that for some good starting money. I haven't checked out any of my spells yet, so I probably should have, but I guess we'll get there. I believe we need something about like 5 golds to start getting spells, 5 golds, and here we go, we got this. Burr Ash, I've never seen this before. And just some other random stuff. So we made our way back to a merchant, and we're going to try to sell this, and like I said, it gives us just a little bit of money, so that will work towards our first spells. Said hi to him, waved at each other, and looks like he knew I was a noob, and he gave me a little bit of gold and some bone chips. That was really cool of him. So appreciate you, Darcy. Ooh, I have gotten attacked by a couple mobs, and it looks like I'll actually die this time. It's okay. This region has been carrying us so hard, and we are not. Oh, got back up, but they're just gonna beat the hell out of me. Alrighty, so this is gonna be our first death on Scaleington. We didn't quite make it to 2, we're on our way, but we got double aggro there, and they seem to have taken us out. So let's see what happens. Slain by a scale wolf. I'll remember that. So we are... Oh, looks like we are in the same area. We're completely naked with no money, so we need to go find our corpse, I believe. And we can just loot our stuff and prescribe our spells and just kind of go from there again. It does suck that we died so early, but it is what it is. Like I've heard a few times that low-level classes are pretty weak and don't really flesh out to it. Thankfully, here's our corpse. Here we go. Here's all our stuff back. I believe this is going to be the skeleton that gets us to level 2 here. And we'll go ahead and kill him and go back to our trainer and see what kind of spells we can get. We picked up a couple of these skulls. I noticed that they only vendored for like 5 copper. So I googled them, and they're for a quest of some sort. I didn't really know this game had quests. No, it's in the name, I guess, but I knew it wasn't traditional, right? So we'll go ahead and see what's got in our bank, and there we go. We are level 2. That was very loud. Sorry about that. But we're gonna head back to the trainer now. Free my boys. So this part, I have absolutely no clue on what I'm gonna put my points in. I don't know what I'm doing. So hopefully this doesn't piss you off, but we're gonna keep putting it in channeling. It's the one spell that I'm using, I guess, that's just not pulling up too well. I guess we'll put a couple in here and call it a day. Now we're just looking for a vendor. Here we go. And I believe these guys will have spell scrolls. I guess not this guy. There's... But you, Master Zydos. Nope, you are also a trainer. Also a trainer. Looks like we finally found the vendors. I had to kind of look them up. Pretty big, apparently. We're finally going to get our first spells. I have also looked this up just a little bit here and found this is pretty good. It's like a minion. And I saw one that, let's see here, does direct damage in a dot, so I'll try that out too. And I guess I will get locate corpse. I can get it as an necromancer. Cool. That I will be dying quite a bit, I can guess. I don't really know what the rest of these do. Maybe, yeah, there's some things, but I'm not sure they're worth it. Maybe you guys could let me know. And I guess we'll just stay with these 3 spells. I'll get Locate Corpse, train them up, and I think that's what we're gonna call it for now. We're gonna probably just hit skeletons or something off screen, but for this episode, I think it's a good stopping point. Appreciate everyone for sticking around so far. If you've made it this far in the video, it's much appreciated. I am a new channel, so maybe interact with it anyway, like, comment, something like that. That would be very appreciated as well. Maybe tell me how much I suck or where I should go next, any tips on what to do. Really kind of clueless from this point on. I've got no real experience past level 3, so once we level up once again, I don't know. I've never done a quest, so it's actually kind of surprising. We'll get that knocked out with those skulls we picked up, but other than that, we will continue on in the next episode. Thank you.